Is this facing this potent LSU offense that so much has been made about all year long, kind of the ultimate challenge for y'all as a defensive unit, and it's kind of an ideal opportunity for you. Just I imagine that you'll be doing a lot of spying of Joe Burrow.
Um, I mean, honestly, yeah, their offense, they're really, really good. Obviously, now number one scoring offense in the nation. Heisman quarterback, Blitnikoff. List keeps going on. But yeah, they're very, very elite offense, and the mistakes we made last game, we won't be able to make this game because they'll definitely get us beat.
Isiah, what do you think about the bad rap that the ACC gets, especially compared to conferences like the SEC from a national perspective?
We get it every year. Everybody always says we don't play anybody, but when it comes to games against SEC, Big Ten, I'm pretty sure like in the last 10 we lost one, and it was to Alabama 2 years ago. So at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter to us inside our team because each and every week we just focus on playing ourselves and not losing to Clemson, opposed to losing to an opponent. We don't want to play down to an opponent or play up to an opponent, however you want to take it. So, that's going to float around, I'm sure, continue to float around until I guess we prove ourselves otherwise. But I don't think that really affects us at all, just with how we think.
Do you see a difference in competition when you play teams, especially some of the better teams from that league? Is there a difference in competition from what you see in the ACC?
I mean, not necessarily. They say we don't play anybody, but like these teams are undefeated too. So do they not play anyone either? Because we played an undefeated Ohio State. We're gonna play undefeated LSU. So if they're beating all these teams really bad, just like we beat our conference bad, so like I don't know if that necessarily means we don't play anyone or do they not play anyone either. So I see a lot of similarities. So you could take it how you want it.
After hearing that criticism all season long, did it feel maybe a little extra sweet to kind of shut up those critics and change that narrative a little bit after Ohio State?
I mean, not really. I'm just trying to accomplish our team goals. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to prove any media people wrong. I've kind of been used to being like counted out just throughout my career. Wasn't like a high recruit or anything. A lot of big schools turned me down and all that. So all that kind of stuff doesn't like motivate me to prove people wrong with that.
When you say you can't make some of the mistakes you made against Ohio State, what were some of those that you kind of self-scouted on film study?
We just like came out. We just played sloppy. Just the little things, little technical things that we need to do within the scheme, just to play our best football. And I don't think we played our best football at all, even close to it. It's not that guys were busting coverages or anything or busting assignments. It was just the little things, like the game within the game, to where we need to be better, just more technically sound.
Even despite the yards you gave up to Ohio State, especially in the first half, y'all were really strong in the red zone, holding them to field goals. Why you've done that all season? Why do you think that you are such a dangerous red zone defense?
I mean, red zone football. I mean, that's big boy football. So, at the end of the day, I feel like when you're down there, it comes down to the want to, and it's a lot less field to deal with. So it's like a lot little. You can't make as many mistakes at all. So, just like buckling down and guys, I feel like we get. Not that we shouldn't. We should be more focused down there than otherwise, but we really all get more focused and serious down there.
Isiah, a lot of hype has been surrounding this LSU offense. People saying that it could be the best college football has ever seen. No one has seemed to really crack the code defensively and stop them. So how do you guys, not being able to watch what other teams have done because no one's been successful, how do you guys go into stopping Joe Burrow and their offense?
Hopefully we could just keep the score close in the fourth quarter to give ourselves a shot. Just covering people, tackling, and yeah, I mean that's really all you could do to try to beat them. It's not too complicated, just how you see how they play. A lot of big shots, very explosive offense. So just covering everybody up to our best ability.
This is a third straight college football playoff game that you'll have faced a really standout quarterback. Tua in the title game last year, a lefty with a gun. Fields had all kinds of qualities. Mm-hmm. What are some of the things about Burrow that jump off the film at you? Is it the arm? Is it extending the play? What are some of the
he extends a lot of plays and creates a lot of big plays when he extends them. A lot of touchdowns come from him scrambling, and he's had a lot of plays that have jumped out to me, like him being taken to the ground and maybe he jumps up and throws a dart right on the money. So he doesn't have too many flaws. So um, it'll be fun to play him.
You've
Definitely
always
with the
said
challenge.
You're just one of the 11, but I mean, I think it's kind of an interesting side story to this game. Everyone thinks he's going to be number 1 overall. A lot of people project you as a first rounder. This is an opportunity after the fact, not going into the game, but this is an opportunity for you to show that you're certainly as high level defensively as he is offensively. Do you have a thought on that?
I haven't really thought about that. I just want to go out there and just play my best 4 quarters of the year. I'm just trying to get better and better each and every week. I'm not thinking of it as a competition against him at all. We don't play the same position, obviously. So I guess other people could look at it like that. I got a lot of those questions with Chase Young, but we don't play the same position either. I'm sure all the scouts will be turned in. We'll have this game turned on. So I guess it's an opportunity to show what I have, but that's not really much what I'm focused on.
What did you guys learn from what you went through against Ohio State? Falling behind, having to rally, having to hold them off at the end. Maybe you hadn't been pushed like that, of course, except for North Carolina, but really pushed like that. What did y'all learn from that will help you against LSU?
I would say it really opened our eyes knowing that. Everybody knows that if we make mistakes like that in this game, that the outcome probably won't be the same. The air gets thinner and thinner the further along you get in the season, and it's just like the little mistakes that absolutely get you beat. Like we could get away with that early in the season, playing lesser opponents, but when it comes to teams that are even with you in talent and on both sides of the ball, then you can't make mistakes like that, regardless if it's offense, defense, or special teams.
Is LSU's offense, you think, even a step up from Ohio State's offense?
They're completely different. They're both really, really great, explosive offenses. They both have different styles, so it's kind of hard to compare.
Zay, you talked about just your journey to get here, being overlooked, being kind of under-recruited. For you being at this point now, being able to play in the national championship games and the college playoff games that you played in, how sweet has it been for you, and just how rewarding has it been to be able to kind of be in this position now for yourself?
Honestly, it's just been a blessing. In high school, I never wanted to settle for. I always thought I was good enough to play for the bigger schools, but obviously they thought otherwise. Just coming out of Kansas, you don't really see too many high recruited football guys. So I remember just sending all my film off to everybody. A lot of times, no responses, and now being able to get here, I feel like it's just a lot of hard work paid off. I feel like it wasn't just a coincidence I got here. I grinded each and every day. Just not being able to get the schools that I wanted, it made me just work harder and harder, do more and more each and every day, and I feel like it's just paid off.
Is your mentality different now heading into these last few days, knowing that you got a lot of scouts looking at you now? Is your hunger, is your drive, your work ethic any different? Do you turn it up even more now, knowing that you have a few more eyes on you?
No, absolutely not. You shouldn't work harder just because someone's looking at you. You win championships when the stadium's empty, when nobody's around. So just because the lights are getting brighter, I don't feel like I need to do anything different. Just go out there and be myself.
What kind of challenge is Hilaire for you as far as how you might be involved in defending him coming out of the backfield?
You get a challenge each and every week just depending on the scheme. And like I said, when you get to this level, this late in the season against teams where you can't make many mistakes, it's always a great challenge for everyone, not just me. I don't want to try to do anything special, make any extra plays, because that's when normally you mess up and you could get beat. You never know what play is going to beat you in the game, so you got to play each and every play like it's the last play to win the game.
Have y'all faced an offense with a running back who's so effective as a receiver coming out of the back?
Yeah, they do feature him a lot, but Ohio State, they featured their running back a lot last week as well. Not to compare, but they're both really great. I'd probably say no.
Isiah, I don't know if I've seen many defenses before used like 8 DBs on standard downs, but that's what people have done to try to hold them LSU's offense down. How much have you noticed sort of defenses try all manner of personnel and things to try to come up with some sort of solution?
Yeah, I feel like other schools do that for matchup reasons, just to get a good matchup, receiver on DB, opposed to like a receiver on a linebacker. Their tight end, he's very good. He's like a receiver, but he's big. He's really, really big. Great blocker. So I feel like it's mostly just matchup issues.
Do you like when Coach V has a little extra time to plan up something fun and exotic for you for a game like this, or is it sort of like, oh, what's Coach V going to come up with that I got to learn now in 2 weeks?
I mean, I always love learning the new things we do. Seems like it's something new each and every week, but he's a great coach, obviously, as we've learned throughout these years. But just like the more time he gets, he's a really creative coordinator, so he always has something new for us. So I really enjoy the time that he gives us to be able to do multiple things.
Was there a point in the Ohio State game after you guys go down 16-0? Was there a vocal leader on the sideline? Who got on the defense and said we need to tighten up? And then what did you change schematically?
We didn't really change anything schematically. I wouldn't say we really had like someone that was extremely vocal either. Just our normal leaders. At no point did we really have doubt in each other. So it wasn't like we had to pick people up or anything. I think everybody understood that there was still a lot of time left in the game and that the game was not over by any means. So everybody was very relaxed and knew what we had to do if we wanted to come out with the victory. And we really focused and buckled down and eliminated a lot of mistakes we were making before.
Isiah, you guys have done a few of these bowl games now, and with each one of these bowl games, there's something different. There's a different schedule. There's a different element that's added that the team has to be involved in. Does it get easier knowing that you guys have gone through this before in terms of like dealing with the distractions? And if so, like how do you kind of manage that time knowing that you have all this to do, but there's still a game to play?
Yeah, I feel like the previous years have prepared us for it. We understand what has to be done to get what we want, and I guess it's in the long run it helped us out that we lost because we know what not to do. Just how that year went. We have a lot of experienced guys within our seniors, with this being our third national championship going to for our fourth and fifth year guys, and just with that, we can kind of help the younger guys along the ropes, just with schedule-wise and how you got to maintain things, whether if it's your body, nutrition, rehab, prehab, film study, everything, because a lot of times you can overload on film and drain yourself out, and I think this experience has just helped us learn what the balance is on what we really need to do.
Previously, you've talked about just the historic element of what you guys are aiming for, which is to go 30-0 and to win back-to-back national championships. Is there pressure on this team, knowing the historic magnitude of that moment, to be able to accomplish it?
I would say more excitement than pressure. We're more excited to try to make history, opposed to feeling like it's something we have to do. It's a great opportunity that we would love to take advantage of, obviously, but just from the beginning of the season, Coach Sweeney always told us, he's like, this number one, we're preseason number one, but that means nothing at all. This is a brand new team. Last year's team did that, so it doesn't really have anything to do with us. As far as we're concerned, we're 14-0, opposed to 29-0, but 30-0. But he also preached to us that 30-0 is what it was going to take if we wanted to get it done. We weren't going to get any gimmies of losing. If we lost the game, we knew we would have no shot, no matter if it was early in the season, late in the season. So 30-0 obviously is what we knew it was going to take, but we think of 14-0 opposed to that.
Isiah, some of your teammates were saying if you had told them in high school that they'd be playing in a national championship against LSU with the reigning Heisman winner in Louisiana, that would be like a dream come true. Mm-hmm. As a competitor, how much do you relish this opportunity and genuinely look forward to that moment?
I really look forward to it just for all the competition that's across the whole field. I love playing like great competitors, just to see where you match up at. I was always told, like, you don't want to be the best guy on the field, smartest person in the room, because then you can't get better. So I feel like this game is really going to help me and the team grow, just as players, mentally, physically, everything, just with the stress that they put on our minds throughout the game, and then obviously physically with all the talent that they have across the field. So I really enjoy games like this, just to go against great competition. Say that again?
To play kind of as deep of coverage as you've been asked to. Had you been asked to do that before you got to this team?
Yeah, in high school I was a safety and a receiver, so I played plenty of middle of the field.
Do you think much about this could, last time you're playing a college football game and what goes into it, for you personally beyond just the stakes of the actual game?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't think about it. It's a possibility, but then again, I do have another year to come back. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy how it could be my last, but every week I play each down, each game like it's my last. So now that it's like could be real, it's kind of crazy. But I definitely thought about that. At the end of the day, I do have another year.
I'll mark it down.
Do you have a position you prefer playing? Do you prefer playing the safety position, or do you feel more comfortable, or you just got comfortable everywhere on the field?
Just like how I played all over this year, I more thought of it just as like my assignment I have each play. I haven't really put them in positions. I don't even know what to classify myself. You could put me anywhere, honestly. I feel like I could play it, but honestly, I just think of it more of an assignment opposed to a position. So I don't really have a preference. Wherever I can help the team is where I like to be.
Receiver though, right?
Oh my! I've been trying to get a receiver play all year, but coaches don't want me to get hurt, so I understand.
Get into some garbage time.
I understand. Yeah.
Blow out LSU, and maybe you'll get a shot.
Hopefully, yeah.
What have you learned from playing other positions and playing defensive end and stuff?
Oh my gosh, this year I've learned so much. Just being at safety, I didn't really know the D-line stunts at all. It's not something that was mandatory to know. It would obviously be helpful, but now I know D-line stunts. I know what every single person has to do for the most part. So just having a full knowledge of a defense now, opposed to just the back seven, has benefited me so much. And I feel like that's what's helped me take my game to another level.
And the teacher that taught you, was that Coach V, or you just go to each different coach and learn this?
Yeah, I hear things from each and every coach, obviously, but Coach V, he's my main source because he's my position coach technically. So he knows the whole defense, obviously. He's the coordinator, but he's really helpful. Helps me with each level of the game. So each and every day, he gives me more and more information just to add to my toolbox. So yeah, I would say shout out to Coach V for helping me with everything.
You ever been in New Orleans?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You were there.
Yeah.
For that. Yeah.
Wasn't good when we went last time, but I've been. Yeah.
You feel like you got to exercise some demons, just get that last little bit out. You lost last time. You lost the Superdome. Let's exercise that demon right now.
Yeah, I got a bad taste in my mouth from being there, so hopefully I come back with a better taste, something a little more sweet. But yeah, last time we went, it wasn't too fun, so we want to make this one a lot better.
Isiah, in your words, what makes this team so special?
I'd probably say the maturity and the focus. Even though we're a really young team, everybody's really focused on what we want, and just how the younger guys have just grown up into being men and handling the business the way that they have.
Cool. Thanks.
5 more minutes with this group. 5 minutes.
Run while you have the chance.
Come on, Buck.